Hi Fox, how you doing? A very strong tournament in Norway has started today as last year. The Norway Chess 2014 is on, and today all the players played 9 rounds of BLITZ chess to determine colors who will have more whites in the classical tournament. So today we had some very nice games, all of them BLITZ. So let us see what happened in some of them. First of all, I'm going to show you one of the first games, the one who played Vasily Topalov as white and Magnus Carlsen as black in the first round. Vasily Topalov certainly played quite an uncommon move after a very logical knight f3, knight c6 moves. He plays the g3 move. Sorry. So in the official live stream webpage, you can see it says it's called Konstantinopolski opening. I mean, I don't know if that's even an opening or not, but certainly g3 not a common move at all. Just getting black out of theory, of course, not aiming to have any advantage in the opening. So black plays very sound, very solidly, just develops pieces, attacks the e4 pawn. Now d3, bishop c5, bishop g2. I mean, it's clear black has equalized easily, but well, the real game starts now. This would be, I think, an opening suiting Magnus's style with white, as he doesn't like to enter normally in theoretical battles. He just wants a random position to get a middle game going on. So now black plays d6, c3, both players castle. Black plays a6. He's playing like it was an Italian game, and certainly that seems a very wise approach here, as white isn't doing well. He's doing something really similar with c3, d3, but he doesn't have his bishop on c4 but on g2, which doesn't seem a great place for the bishop right now. Rook e1, bishop a7. Now pieces keep developing. Knight e7. Now this knight is very normal to go on e7 in this Italian, even in the Ruy Lopez games, because after the middle, more or less the middle game has reached, sometimes this knight is a problem, is a source of troubles because it's not active anymore. So you will sometimes see this knight going to e7 in Italian, in Ruy Lopez games. So it makes sense here as well. It's certainly kind of supporting the d5 possibility. Knight c2 supports d4 someday. Knight g6, and well, here Topalov plays a little passive. He plays h3 to stop knight or bishop from going to g4. He had maybe other possibilities, for instance, to put a piece on e3 with knight e3, or maybe bishop e3, or he could even maybe try d4, trying to go for the center. But okay, h3 was played. Now rook e8. Now bishop e3. Carlsen plays c6, preparing even more the d5 move, and bishops are exchanged, and knight e3. Carlsen plays d5 anyway. Now Topalov doesn't take, maybe giving black these couple of central strong pawns with some space advantage in the center could be a little bit dangerous or uncomfortable for white, I don't know. He just plays after d5 just queen c2, waiting a little bit, reinforcing the center. Bishop e6, rook a d1, rook from a7 goes back to a8, back to the game. Now knight g5 attacks the bishop on e6, but black doesn't care about that. He just puts a strong pawn on d4, attacking the knight. Now it takes, rook takes, the knight goes to f5 and c5. Certainly these pawns of black are already looking good. This d4 pawn cramping white a little, and as we will see, white, if he wants to achieve something, he will have to try to open the king side with f4, and that's what Topalov will try to do. He plays first h4 to try to winning more space on the king side, and now knight f8. And after bishop h3, some x-rays here. The rook goes to the c-file, so some x-rays in this c-file against white queen, and now Topalov decides to open the king side, but as we will see, it's black who is going to be more happy with this decision. After e takes, g takes, knight h5, black has some activity here suddenly, and well, white has to go on defensive mode now. The pawn on f4 is under attack, the rook protects it, but the knight goes back. Now multiple attacks on the pawns on h4, on f4. White must more or less give up a pawn, and even so, this is not easy because now knight takes, queen takes was played, and with bishop f5, white hopes to exchange queens and hold the endgame, but it's not so easy. Now queen g3 check. If white takes, of course, the knight is there with some tempi, probably going to take, attacking both the rook and the bishop in here. Probably black would take, after the rook moves, would take the bishop, doubling these pawns and making the game very unpleasant for white. So Topalov doesn't take it, he plays queen g2. Carlsen keeps improving pieces, rook d8, now rook f3. Black now is forced more or less to exchange, takes, g6. Now this bishop will be harassed, bishop g4, knight f6, attacking the bishop once again, bishop h3, and now the final moves, d takes, b takes. Black wins another pawn with knight takes e4. The knight cannot be taken, the rook would be hanging on d1. So rook goes to c1, knight f6, now rook e3, but after rook cd6, then now the d3 pawn is another more or less lost pawn, and this is already too much. Almost 3 pawns down against Magnus Carlsen. Veselin Topalov resigned, and Carlsen took his first victory in this BLITZ tournament in Norway 2014. Thanks for watching.